Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's Book Release Roundup. Now, I realize that it's been a little bit of time since I did the last one. I think I actually missed 2 weeks, so boo on me. I know it sucks. I felt really bad. But during that time, I was doing something very important. In the past, I mentioned that I was a writer, and I was getting very close to the end of the current book that I'm writing. And that just happened to coincide with what would have been the fourth episode of this show. Last week I recorded an episode. I sat down and made time to record it, but I just could not eke out the time to edit. So that's just kind of sitting there. So I might come back to that someday. This week's episode is going to be really short because I haven't had time to do proper research like I usually do. But that being said, I did manage to finish my book, which is awesome. It was a really good feeling. I finished it on Saturday. The book is a science fiction book. It's called Imperator. That title's probably going to change because what you think a book is going to be in the beginning and what it turns out to be in the end, so far, at least in my experience, has been different. Let's get to this week's one and only. This is another rare case where I have the hard copy of the book here with me. One of the reasons I did that is because I follow the author on social media, and he was doing a big push yesterday, the day the book was released, in order to get this in people's hands. So rather than buy it on Amazon or just buy it for Kindle or something like that, I went out and bought the hard copy. So yeah, Gary Vaynerchuk, the inspiring and unconventional entrepreneur who introduced us to the concept of crushing it, knows how to get things done, have fun, and be massively successful. A marketing and business genius, Gary had the foresight to go beyond traditional methods and use social media tools such as Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube to build a million-strong fan base that continues to grow. AskGaryVee showcases the most useful, surprising, and thought-provoking questions Gary has addressed on his popular show. He distills and expands on the show's most urgent and evergreen themes, including marketing, entrepreneurship, and management, with his trademark practical, timely, and timeless advice. Gary also offers unexpected insights on complex issues that affect everyone in the workforce, from the value of traditional education to the best investment strategies. And Gary gets personal, sharing new stories and lessons learned from years of working in a family business, raising children, getting healthy, and just being GaryVee. He'll even help you buy a good bottle of wine. For those of you who don't know who Gary Vaynerchuk is, or GaryVee, he's chiefly an entrepreneur. He's a pretty amazing guy. I first found out about him years ago on what he called the Thunder Show, or Wine Library TV, which you can still find on YouTube. It's just something he doesn't really do anymore because obviously he's moved on to bigger and better things. Right now, Gary is the CEO of his own digital media company, VaynerMedia. So you can go on YouTube and find the old Wine Library TV episodes. They're very interesting even now. You can go back and just listening to him talk about things is exciting because he's a very energetic guy. That might rub people the wrong way. It doesn't me because sometimes I tend to be low energy. So when there's a high energy person around me, it kind of picks me up a bit. So this book is named after one of the YouTube series or YouTube shows that he does now called AskGaryVee. And it's because he has a very large following. He gets a lot of questions. So he takes time out of his day to answer people's questions from different social media platforms, be it comments on YouTube or Snapchat or Instagram or Facebook, using the hashtag AskGaryVee, which is what you can see in the book's title. Another one of his shows is The Daily V. That's more of, here's my day, here's the kind of things that are happening in my life, here's what it takes to be this guy, what it takes to be an entrepreneur, what it takes to grind and hustle this much. I draw a lot of inspiration from him. He's a very fascinating guy. I would highly suggest going out and picking up this book and picking up some of his other books. If you're on the fence about whether to buy this book or not, I would suggest going to Gary's YouTube page and just watching some of the content that he puts out. That should shift you one way or the other. because, yeah, if you don't know who he is, buying a new hardcover book might be a bit much for you. But honestly, go watch a couple of his videos, go watch his style. He's a very no nonsense, no bullshit, no sugarcoating. Here's life how it is, Sonny. Pick yourself up by your fucking bootstraps kind of guy. So if that's not your thing, then he's not going to be your guy, in the beginning at least. But I guarantee you watch enough of him talk and interact with people and see how genuine of a person he is, that you'll buy this book too. So that rounds out the one book that I have this week. I'm going to be doing a lot of work behind the scenes to make sure that I don't run out of time like that, like I did this time. So I know this was a couple days late this week. We're going to be back on schedule, full steam ahead next week. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.